Now at 9, a crash impacting the inbound lanes of the Southwest Freeway, the area you'll want to avoid. And right now, volunteers are in a race against time to help Houston's most vulnerable. Their efforts before the freeze hits South Texas.
And bone-chilling temperatures arriving to Southeast Texas starting on Sunday morning. Details in my full weather forecast.
And it's game day in H-Town. Texans fans, we know you're ready to rumble and root on the hometown team at NRG Stadium.
KHOU 11 Morning News starts now.
Well, we are starting off with a live look over downtown Houston on this Saturday, January 13th. A beautiful start on this game day. Thanks for being up with us. I'm Katiera Winfrey.
And I'm Chris Ramirez.
Chris, how quickly things changed. There were some frost on my window this morning, but we can see a lot difference in the next 24 hours, right?
Yes, we are going to warm up. This is the last day that we have to prepare for those wintry precip and those temps that are coming our way.
And now to a traffic alert that's impacting northbound main lanes right now on the Southwest Freeway. According to TransStar, a crash on the interchange ramp to spur 527 has several lanes on the freeway and the ramp shut down. Here's a closer look from our TransStar camera. Details are limited, but TransStar is reporting that the crash happened just before 6 this morning. At least 2 cars were involved. And we're working to get more details on the crash for you right now, as well as how long the ramp will be shut down. So far, that's the only crash we're tracking this morning. Now let's get over to Jennifer Reyna with your weekend road work. Now, when the Arctic blast hits, it will be brutally cold for those without shelter. And that's why volunteers with organizations across Houston are hitting the streets and shelters to make sure everyone has what they need to stay warm. Here's Maria Aguilera. And remember, you can text the word freeze to 713-526-1111, and we'll text you back with links to information on warming centers and how to prepare your home and more. Now to a live look over NRG Stadium. A beautiful cheerly start, but it's going to warm up quickly when fans get there to tailgate this afternoon. And it is finally game day, and Texans fans, we hope you got a good night's sleep. We're not sure if Toro or the cheerleaders slept a wink. Jalissa Garza joins us now from outside the stadium. We're just 5 hours from kickoff, and it won't be long until those parking lots are full of fans, Jalissa. Absolutely. Well, I'll definitely look forward to what you guys have going on out there. Sounds like a good time. Well, the time now is 9:08. Still ahead, Matt Musil joins us to take you inside high school sports. Plus, well, Chris, it looks like we need to take advantage of the decent weather we have, at least for the next day or so.
Yes.
Thank you so much. Well, the time now is 9:15. Still ahead, the HPV vaccine can protect women from many related illnesses in the long run. The push from doctors to make sure young men get vaccinated as well. Well, HPV-related diseases have seen a decrease by about 88% in women who receive the HPV vaccine. A gynecologist with UT Physicians says now more boys are now getting vaccinated to prevent the spread of HPV. Here's Kimberly Davis. The time now, 9:19. Still ahead, safety concerns keeping Boeing 737 MAX 9 planes grounded. And now a decision from United Airlines may impact your next flight.
I can't wait to see NRG and how loud and excited the fans are going to be.
Plus, straight from your quarterback's mouth, NRG Stadium better be loud. We've got your game day preview ahead this morning.
We talk about it all the time. We didn't come this far just to come this far.
H-Town, get ready. In just a few hours, the Houston Texans are hosting a playoff game inside NRG Stadium. It's the first playoff appearance since 2019. The Cleveland Browns are in town. In Houston, we want to see you in Texans colors. The city sure delivered on that expectation, glittering in red, white, and blue all over town overnight. Good morning and thanks for being up with us. I'm Katiera Winfrey. Chris Ramirez, break down the game day forecast for us.
Yes, we are expecting mostly pleasant conditions as you head out. It is chilly now, but we will see those temperatures warming up into the 60s.
Thank you, Chris. And we are exactly 5 hours away from kickoff at NRG Stadium. Jalissa Garza joins us now from outside the stadium. Jalissa, after a long, hard-fought season where the Texans had a lot to prove, there is so much for fans to look forward to today.
That's right, Katiera. So much for fans to look forward to, so much I'm looking forward to, and the energy is already picking up here in the line.
I bet you it just smells amazing out there. I bet you it smells amazing. I love to see it, and yes, Texas does have the best barbecue. Now here's a look at the playoff schedule for this weekend. First, the Texans take on the Browns at 3:30 this afternoon, and then tonight, the Chiefs face the Dolphins at 7. Now, 3 games kick off tomorrow. First, the Steelers and the Bills at noon, which you can watch right here on KHOU 11. Then the Packers take on the Cowboys at 3:30. And then the Rams face the Lions at 7. Only one game for Monday Night Football. That will be the Eagles versus the Buccaneers at 7 p.m. Now, the Super Bowl is now just 29 days away. Remember, you can watch this year's big game right here on KHOU 11, and you can find our full playoff coverage on KHOU.com. Now, the Arctic blast is on its way. Let's bring in Chris Ramirez because tomorrow's forecast is a lot different than what we're seeing today, Chris.
Yes, that is the case. We are expecting that cool down to make its way into Texas.
Well, a dog that was stolen out of a car last week has been reunited with its owner. She's a comfort animal for at-risk kids. Anieli Ruiz has the story you will only see on KHOU. Now, the 2 men who brought Dulce back did get a $1,000 reward. Now, still developing this morning, bond $1,000 for a woman accused of killing her girlfriend. Shania Turner is charged in the death of 18-year-old Tierra Horn. Her body was found on a bike trail along Buffalo Bayou 1 week ago. The medical examiner says she was strangled. Court documents or court records allege Turner thought her girlfriend had given her an STD and she killed her during an argument over the issue. It's been nearly 4 years since the murder of Tristan Smart. The young man was found shot to death inside his pickup. The truck was in the parking lot of an apartment complex on West Road near Jersey Village. Tristan's family believes he may have been meeting up with someone for a drug transaction when he was killed. They've hired their own private investigator to look into the case, but so far no suspects have been identified.
I have the deep feeling that it was a setup. Somebody knew that this needed to be taking place, and they were trying to send a message to somebody.
Crime Stoppers is offering a $10,000 reward for information leading to an arrest. The Texas Supreme Court has denied an emergency motion from Attorney General Ken Paxton. It means that Paxton will be required to face a deposition in a lawsuit brought by whistleblowers. It would be the first time he would have to address their allegations of bribery and abuse of office. And Harris County Public Health is starting a new investigation into this graffiti-covered home in Channelview. They're taking action after KHOU 11 News first reported the mounting complaints of neighbors who live nearby. Residents in the area tell us the house is a magnet for crime. We've learned this property appears to be connected to a company based in Germany. Harris County Commissioner Adrian Garcia is also looking at potential remedies. Well, the time is now 9:39. Still ahead, icy roads, wind, and snow. Wintry weather blankets Iowa just 2 days before Republicans are set to choose a nominee. Plus, the investigation continues after the blowout on an Alaska Airlines flight. The latest decision from United on the Boeing aircraft impacted. Welcome back to KHOU 11 Morning News. The time is now 9:42. Here's a live look over Galveston. A beautiful start along the coast. We're going to check back in with Chris Ramirez in just a few minutes. But now to your morning headlines. 2 days until the Iowa caucuses pick a Republican nominee. But the dangerous blizzard conditions are forcing candidates to cancel campaign events. Florida Governor Ron DeSantis did manage to make 2 campaign stops yesterday. Meanwhile, former UN Ambassador Nikki Haley switched her rallies to virtual only. According to the polls, Haley and DeSantis are in a tight race for second place, well behind former President Donald Trump. Meanwhile, at the nation's capital, congressional leaders are in a bind with the clock slowly counting down towards a government shutdown. There are 2 key deadlines looming. On January 19th, funding for parts of the government, including military construction, FDA and housing and urban development programs, will run out. Funding for the rest of the government runs out February 2nd. United Airlines plans to keep Boeing 737 MAX 9 planes on the ground at least through January 16th. The airline uses the MAX 9 for almost 200 flights a day. United says they won't fly the aircraft until it is proven to be safe. This comes as the FAA continues to investigate the dramatic blowout on an Alaska Airlines flight. And Pharrell Williams is bringing high fashion to one of the most ordinary items imaginable. The sandwich bag. We're not joking. It's very likely the bags will never carry someone's lunch because the bag retails at more than $3,000. The piece went on sale earlier this month exclusively at the brand's West Hollywood pop-up store. Williams was named Men's Creative Director of Louis Vuitton last year. A $3,000 sandwich bag, Chris? Are you making a money sandwich? Like, what do you even put in this bag?
Honestly, for that much money, the bag better be making the sandwich at that point.
Listen, you onto something there, Chris.
Or at least keep it warm if it's a hot sandwich.
Well, we need some warmth coming our way, so maybe we can get that.
Yes, well, hopefully you might want to stay warm as we head into the next coming days.
Well, Chris, I sure hope people are taking those necessary precautions as we dip down in degrees.
Yes.
Well, the time now is 9:48. Still ahead, a big change is coming to Prime Video. Why your next streaming session may look a little different. Another streaming service is set to add commercials. In just a few weeks, ads will hit Amazon's Prime Video. Consumer reporter John Matarese shares how to avoid them so you don't waste your money.
Amazon.
And here's a live look over NRG Stadium as we go to break. The top 3 things you need to know on this Saturday when we come back.
Welcome back. The time is now 9:55.
And now to the top 3 stories we're tracking, starting with number 3, a traffic alert that's impacting northbound main lanes right now on the Southwest Freeway. According to TransStar, a crash on the interchange ramp to spur 527 has several lanes on the freeway and the ramp shut down. The lanes have been shut down for 4 hours now as crews clean up debris. Number 2, the freeze is on its way to South Texas. The city of Houston plans to open warming centers for people who don't have access to heat. You can find the full information on KHOU.com.
I'm Talissa Gatsa outside of NRG Stadium where fans are getting ready for the Texans playoff game. It's the first one since 2019. Cars have been lining up all morning and the game is set to kick off at 3:30 this afternoon.
And we at least have one more day of comfortable temperatures before that Arctic blast arrives early Sunday morning. It's going to drop into the 30s and 20s. We are going to wake up to teen temps for Tuesday. So definitely very cold conditions expected. Definitely expecting some wintry precip on Monday.
And remember, you can text the word freeze to 713-526-1111 and we'll text you back with links to information on warming centers and how to prepare your home and more. Thanks for being up with us. I'm Katiera Winfrey.
And I'm Chris Ramirez. Have a great day and enjoy this moment of Zen.